All right, so I want to discuss some things today that's going on in hip hop, black culture right now. And the first thing I want to touch on is Tamika and Latosha Scott of Escape. I want to touch on the fact that how your sister cash your checks? How was she going to a bank and her name was Tasha and she cashed a check that said Tamika? Why did you give your sister your sex tape? Because your sister been married since 97. So that means that you made your sex tape way before 97. Because you got married. You said you made it in your 20s. You turned 20 in 95. Okay, so from 95 to 2005, you was in your 20s. Your sister from 95 to 2005, she was married to Bobby Bibbins. Oh, I don't know, Robbie Givens. Rocky Givens? What his name is, you know, it's Roger Bob. Anyway, so why would you give your sister who has a man your sex tape? Where you do that at? Your sister single, I can see her you doing that. But you have to know that her man has access to this tape. Where you thought she was keeping the tape? So I just want to go already saying you and your sister, hella weird. That is a very weird dynamic that y'all have going on. Number two, years ago, she tells y'all, I want to sign y'all up for Sound Exchange. At no time did none of y'all on your own say, you know what, thank you for telling me about it. I go find out on my own. I know I'm in New York, but I'm pretty sure it's a website. I can go on the website and do it myself. Thank you for telling me, Mama Tiny. But we can do this. I can figure this out. Why'd you need Tiny's mama to do it for you? I know she discovered it, but once she discovered it, I feel like all she had to do at that point was just tell you to go sign up. So the fact that you had her do it, and you know she's doing it for y'all, you know, priority comes in no matter what you say. Priority comes in for Tiny and her grandkids, Zonique and all them and all her babies. Then it takes into account of the rest of y'all. It ain't gonna come with just all of them are the same equal of importance. You could be a stepmama, open up your heart to the fucking world. What you're not gonna do is give the exact love to your birth child versus children that you took in off the back strings. You feel me? So there's that. So I don't really get how you was put in a position to where your checks got sent to Atlanta, but you in New York. You said it was multiple checks. You only brought up one check, but it was multiple checks. And Latasha, you can tell in the way Latasha talks, she ain't the nicest, and she want to be the boss. She want to be the boss, want to be the nicest. I seen the best out of all the group members. I should be having a single solo career. In her mind, she don't think Kandi can sing, so she feels how she feels about the group, and she never understood why Kandi did sing lead. And the one time she did sing a lead song, she came in the studio and she saw Kandi having a conversation with Jermaine Dupri, and according to Kandi, Tasha misinterpreted what she came in seeing. According to Tasha, she knows exactly what she came in seeing. You was mad because I was singing lead. And if you think about it, Kandi, you came in the studio and you were like, where everybody else? And they was like, we don't need everybody else. We just need you to put your background vocals on this song so people still know it's Escape. And he was like, so this whole song was sang by her? Like, I don't get how you can say, I'm mad for her sister, and according to you, her sister's friend. Because Tan was who you brought Tan in. It was you, Tan, Tamika, and Tasha. You brought Tan in. Tan was your friend. Tamika and Tasha were sisters. All of a sudden, you and Tan get into an argument with Tamika and Tasha. Jada Dupree must have told them, well, listen, can't get rid of Kandi because she has a unique voice. But if you got a problem with Tan, you got to bring somebody else in better than Tan. Well, we slowly push Tan out. However that went. And so Tan gets pushed out. Upon Tan getting pushed out, of course, Tiny comes in. Tiny was Tamika's friend. Tamika knew another Tamika. So Tiny comes in, and Tiny's like, she's good. She get the job. She's shit. So Tiny was Tamika's friend. Your loyalty is out the window. The person you had loyalty to, the person you should have been giving loyalty to, that person's gone. That's the done data. That person's gone. So you had no loyalty to anybody in there. So when you sat down to talk to Jermaine Dupri about the backgrounds, it would come across like, why you care so much for Tasha little sister? And why you care so much for Tiny? Tasha little sister's friend. Because that's who brought Tiny in. Tamika. Tamika went and found Tiny and said, I got a group with you. You can sing, bitch, come be in the group. So, it just goes to say there's a lot of confusing things happening. And, given that these things might have happened 20, 30, 15, 10 years ago, it does blur the lines of things like that. But I just want to say it's very confusing and it's not making a lot of sense how y'all moving with y'all stories. Tasha, you came on and you came in strong. You come off stronger than what you appear to be because then you issued an apology, a full apology with tears and snot. Usually, for me, the snot cancels the video. As soon as I do like this, I feel snot. I'm like, oh no, I gotta hide. I gotta get the fuck up out this video because I done snotted. Like, this is a mistake. This is a catastrophe. So I don't think you're ready for social media. I don't think you're ready for social media. I think when you first did the show, you flew under the radar because I don't remember the first Escape show. Still kicking in. I personally thought y'all were just doing concerts. I had no idea that y'all had a TV show on Bravo. Now that I knew SWV had a TV show. Then I found out later on that y'all had a TV show when this TV show came out. So both of y'all had your own TV shows, but this is where it really, really took off. It's really going successful because y'all have combined together and it's making for great TV. So it's I'm not really getting the whole thing of the beef. It's giving created beef. It's giving in a couple of months once this all settles down. Me and my sister, my mama gonna be just fine because you can't tell me that these little arguments is the biggest arguments to break y'all down versus everything else that has happened. Because Tasha said she ain't know nothing about the beef. How the hell you not know nothing about how the hell you not know nothing about the paychecks that she claiming you spent? So you saying your sister just made this up? And if she just made this up, what's all the anger for? If it's all made up, you should be able to prove that, show that she lied, and then you'll look to be the good person. But you don't went on that crying, you don't went on that snot, so it ain't. Yeah, you done messed up already. So next up on the agenda is the Real Housewives of Atlanta. It just dropped a trailer and a promotional shoot. I've always felt like Real Housewives of Atlanta is the season, is the series, is the franchise that Bravo takes the most care with. Because when I watch the other ones, like when you watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and you watch Real Housewives of, I think like with the black women, because I feel like Potomac and Atlanta are the two top franchises out. I feel like with those two casts being prominently black women, it's a lot of coordination. I've never really seen other series do they, like a lot of them still do their own colors. I think the most recent one I saw black, pink, blue, leopard print, and some other colors at the reunion. Their photos don't really go viral like that, but when Atlanta releases their photos, they usually go viral. They usually think of some way to make it look like, oh. Yeah, I think one year they did like an all black. Everybody was wearing black, and they were all like a big like they were downstairs in the mansion. That was the Nene. It was Nene, Eva, Kandi, Kenya, Cynthia, Portia. That was an epic season. Nene, Kandi, Cynthia, Nene, Kandi, Cynthia, Portia, Eva, Kenya. That was an epic season. Uh, and that photo shoot, I remember that went viral because you had Kandi sitting down, you had Eva sitting down, pregnant, and you had Nene and Kenya standing up. I think Sheree might have been a part of that next season, or was a friend to the show, or something like that. I think so. I can't remember, but they did that. They did that. The disco. I call it disco shoot. I like the disco shoot. I didn't like how they used. I think it's Cali Cat or Kari Cat. The song they use for the little video of them they come in their regular clothes and then they switch to they disco looks. I call them disco looks because they all had big hair and kind of like disco style, shiny gold dresses. It gave a very disco theme, so I call them they disco looks. Everybody, really killed their disco look. Drusadora, she definitely killed her disco looks. And I can tell she's, because of how cooperative she is. Cooperative. Either way, because she's so cooperative, I believe she's getting the Kandi treatment at Bravo, which means like you cool, you bring the views, you show us your life, you transparent, we fuck with you. You're gonna do what you gotta do, and we see that you make waves in the headlines when something go down. So we're gonna keep you on, and we're gonna pretty much work with you as far as what you need to feel comfortable. Because she had a lot of seconds. She got like 3 poses before she snatched off her little outfit. And like I said, she's like, they stopped filming. They were done filming or close to the end of filming or something like that. I think like they have been filming since August last year, August, September, December, January, February. They had filmed for 6 months. So I feel like they had what they needed. They had what they needed. If they didn't need any more footage. If there was more to film, it probably would have been like, I don't know. I can't see that they still would need to film past 6 months. Like, what else you need to show us? I don't know. But I do feel like they opened back up to get her divorce, and she openly went with it. She was like, "Let's do it. Let's talk about it." Whereas I feel like it's February 21st is when you and Drew did that scandalous shit where y'all both filed for divorce an hour apart. It's the trailer dropped in March, so the trailer dropped a month after y'all filed for divorce. So that means anything that was filmed was from February 21st to March 20th. So that's not a lot of time in between. That's what I'm saying. Y'all are playing in our faces, but Juicidora let them, she let them film that. So you had to be fresh off the pit. You fresh off the pit with it. Like you just got off the barbecue pit with your divorce. It's not even fully 6 months into your divorce. And you already on TV talking about it. Most people would be like, I just can't talk about it. I don't know if she inked in more money. I personally would have said, we're done filming. Y'all reopening filming. This is giving everybody else more checks because you're going to need them to react about it, talk about it. Think about it. I need more money. Also, this is very personal. I need more money off the gate just because this is so damn personal. Period. So I would hope that she went for more money. Talking about the styles though, everybody looked really good in Disco Picture. Sanya, who I really thought first season she was missing her mark when it came to looks. Like I was really tired of her bobs and shit. Like I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I was tired of the bobs. I say if she were another bob. I was like, I'm gonna hope somebody bob it right off her head. But with how she looked on this promo, I like it. I like her disco promo because I feel like her dress and her ponytail, it actually looked pretty good. I like Sheree, but I feel like lately Sheree's been giving old and cold because she feel like a cold ass bitch. You know, that's how Sheree feel. And when you start feeling like that, you start doing a little less. And I feel like with who Sheree is, she could have really went in. Sheree could Sheree can really jazz it up. And I feel like for her disco picture, she ain't jazz it up. It was it was simply nice. Kandi and Kenya gave Mini Me and regular me. It was like the same thing. Yours was orange, hers was red, which I both had big hair. It was the same. Juice gave very much disco queen Diana Ross. Her hair was, I think it was all the way down to her butt, curls. So you know, if it was straight, it would have been down to her ankles probably. But they curled it up, so it was to her butt. And I liked it. I liked her look. I like her look, and I also think whatever she is doing with her body it is working. I know in the trailer Marlo said you are bad body built, but she looked good to me. Transferring, transitioning over to we done did Drew and did Sheree, Kenya Candy. That's four. Sheree, Drew, Kenya, Candy, Sonya. It's a sixth bitch, but I don't know who the sixth bitch. Ooh, whoever you are, I want to apologize to you because you're so forgettable. I don't know who you are because I did Sheree. Marlo. Because you should. You know, I don't want you to have a peach. I don't know why you a wife. I don't know why you a wife. I don't know you been a friend for you. You should still be a friend, bitch. Marlo's disco looked. I didn't like that at all. It was just a tube top dress, and she had her ponytail twisted in like candy wrap, that gold wrap. And she put on that. I ain't like that. I ain't like that at all. And because I remember when Juice wore that croissant bun in the back of her head, you chewed her out for that. And now you sitting up here in a damn wrapped up ponytail. Come on now. So I ain't like her disco look at all. I like Sanya's disco looked. So that's on up to them. I like that. So that's how that went. Now the peach picture. Oh, the peach picture as a group, y'all get an A++. This is the best peach picture in the history of Real Housewives franchise history. There is not a better peach picture in the history of Housewives ever. No season. Now, Real Housewives of Atlanta ain't topped their own picture. That's the best fruit holding. You know, everybody holds something. You got diamonds. I've seen diamonds, apples, and peaches so far. And Potomac, I think they're holding wine glasses, which is weird to me because I feel like Potomac should be holding big ass Potomac flowers. It could have been holding that big ass flower, that big ass dogwood, that big ass lily. I don't know, but anyway, they holding, I think, wine glasses, which to me is like, why the hell y'all holding wine glasses? Yeah, I don't know. That don't equate to me. That doesn't add up. That's why y'all holding wine glasses. But then again, like I said, Beverly Hills is holding diamonds, and Real Housewives of Orange County, they're of course holding oranges. So you know, I guess that's what that's about. They don't have a fruit. Ain't gonna hold no birds. So I guess they say we're gonna hold some wine glasses. The peach picture is the shit because Juice WRLD looks great. Kenya, she didn't put it on her neck and she wore straight hair. For some reason, from the neck up, it was just giving like bland. From the neck down, it gave, oh yeah. But from the neck up, Kenya's look gave bland. Kandi, she wore her neck thing and she's going for, lately Kandi has been doing ever since that 2020 BET Awards, or was that a 2019 BET Awards? It was around the time when the show came out in 2017, so it had to be like right after that. Kandi was wearing big hair. And I think she felt it because if you look at this season, she has a lot of natural. In the trailer, she's going to have a braid wrapped around her head. And she's going to have a mohawk that's puffballs, and she's going to have big hair for the trailer, big hair for the opening. I think so. It's a lot of natural. She's going back to her roots with this cycle in her life. She looked really good. She had a necklace on and everything. Great. She looked great. I liked Sheree's look, except I just felt like Sheree, with her being so versatile with her hair, I was very surprised to see the style she chose for her peach holding because that could be the hairstyle that you're gonna look at for the next 2-3 years. It could be Real Housewives of Atlanta season 19, and as so long as the cast is still the same to a certain degree, they can still be holding those same peaches for seasons to come, so long as the cast is the same. And no point of doing that photo shoot if the cast is still the same. Marlo to me is still like I can wear whatever still, and I think somebody need to go ahead and tell her. I think you need to not. I think you need to know you're at a place now where things look weird on your body because of your age, because of your class. Even if you are a foul mouth, hit below the belt, mean ass woman, you still you still are in your 50s. And I feel like at 50, man or woman, there's a certain criteria of style you should have um, accumulated over time to let you know when you need to stop wearing something. You know, if you, I don't know, I feel like if she 21 and she got it on and it's sexy, I don't think you should have it on at 50 something. It can still be sexy. I know some people that's gonna find you sexy, but I don't think you should have it on. And just because of your age. And do you want to stand beside, like it's 50 something years old, do you want to stand beside a 21-year-old chick and y'all got the same outfit on? Would a 50-year-old mom want to stand beside a 21-year-old daughter wearing the same thing she wearing? Like I said, you can still be sexy at any age. I just feel like some things look like she got it on. You look funny. You look silly. Like my mama, if she came downstairs in a dress like that, I want mama to feel sexy. But at the same time, you ain't 21. Still, your cooch shit. I shouldn't be able to see. You feel me? Like I don't need to. Like you. I don't know. It's a nah for me. So I feel like she's still stuck in a way that she thinks she can wear. Like both her dresses for the openings are tube top dresses. And it's not like tube top dresses that you. Her black and gold one could be considered a nice tube top dress for any age, but that pink one, that hot pink one, that's giving. It's giving Black China. It's giving. It's giving. It's giving. It's giving. It's giving. Like I need you to give Angela White, and you just gave Black China, which is okay, but you standing beside Sheree and Kenya and all them, and they're very much giving elegance. Elegance is what it was going for, and you didn't give that with your dress. You just kind of gave video chick that kind of made it, and that's what Marlo has always given me. Back in the day, I used my body and my looks to get it where I am now, and I've made it, and I'm here now. And y'all, y'all, I ain't gonna go there. We're gonna wait till on down the line to talk about it. So as far as the fashions, I think everybody looks really, really good all together as a group. I thought Sanya's dress was basic, simple. I thought she kept it simple. And that's one of the main issues I had with her last season was that I feel like she plays it safe. I don't think she come for the razzle dazzle. That's why I was really happy with her disco look. That was really nice with the little orange Looney Tune background. I really liked that, like them on the stage, like an R&B '90s group, disco group. I really liked that. Going over to the trailer, here we go with Marlo. Again, exactly Marlo is who she is. And until y'all see that, it's going to be what it's going to be. She going to be on TV being who she is. You don't change at 50. You don't change at 50. I personally don't believe anybody in this whole damn world changes. I think everybody is the same. I don't think nobody ever changes. I think you are who you are. Even if you calm down a bit, it might just be because you're scared of now because somebody shot you in the face. But it's still, let me say, it's still people out here that still look the same. Charleston White ain't changed. That man got a whole missing eye. He's still talking shit. Kia. Let me tell you, she done said stuff that would make people want to stump her throat in. She's still talking shit. So you don't change. You are who you are to the end of time. If you do change, it is simply it's just a calm down. You just probably don't go outside as much, or you used to snapping on people, but now people can't find no more. They can't find you snapping no more. Some people might say that change, but it really could all just be stimulation. It's just pure stimulation. I said to say, y'all trying to get Marlo to be somebody else, and she's not. Marlo is a foul mouth. I'm gonna hurt you if you try to hurt me. I'm gonna say what I gotta say. It can go left, it can go bad, it can go up, it can go down. We ain't getting nothing different. Ain't nothing different gonna be from Marlo this season. We ain't seeing nothing different. Only thing is with them sons, instead of her sending them away, she might send her damn self away, just so she ain't gotta deal with that backlash. But besides that, we are not gonna get a different Marlo. You see, when it first come on, Drew, you are a bad-bodied, delusional wannabe actress. Y'all just be letting Marlo say anything. I can't talk no shit about Marlo. I can't do it. I ain't got it. I can't do it. Y'all can though. Drew Sidora, Kandi, it's so much I can say. Kandi, she should never be in a position to even bring up your husband. As soon as your husband come out her mouth, you should be going in. Not because you're defending him, but you should be defending the fact that I got a baby father. One of my exes died on me, but we was very much in a happy relationship. And I feel like if he didn't die, we would probably still be together to this day. Now she has Todd, who she's had Todd for the past 11 years. Regardless of what you want to say, she still got a man. Todd did work for production. Not I work for production anymore. Todd owned a hotel in New York. New York ain't a cheap ass place to live. New York is a very expensive place to live. So the fact that he owned an upstairs, downstairs penthouse in New York means he had a very prominent career in this entertainment industry. If he was working behind the scenes, he could have been making anywhere from 60 to 70 to 80 to $100,000 a year in his field. That is a decent amount of money to live a nice way to meet a woman like Kandi. If you did your savings and did your investments, he's definitely qualified to date and have and marry a woman like Kandi, who has also done the same things. Because before Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kandi had a house the equivalent to his penthouse. Well, I like Kandi had a big ass mansion, because Kandi didn't have a big mansion. Kandi had that house that she said she bought at 19, that she had done built on and added to, and she really couldn't do much else with it. It wouldn't have made sense. So she wanted to sell it and go ahead and get a bigger house, because at this point now, she's probably getting $500,000 a year or more from Real Housewives, from Bravo paying her now. So of course now, 3 years into her being on this show, she gets a man in a big ass house. I mean, that just makes sense. And so being that you got a big ass house, a man, kids, daughter in college, a son that's being an actor, a new baby, I couldn't let Marlo come for me. I tell her, see, you so, I ain't gonna say it because I don't want Marlo having no beef with me if my channel takes off. But I do want to say it's crazy that Kandi lets these things be said and just roll off her shoulders. But I guess if you really don't care about somebody, if I don't got to see Marlo all the time, if I know I'm about to have to deal with Marlo for this paycheck, not a lot she can say could bother me. But at the same time, I am going to shut her down every chance I get, as raw as I can get it. You know, she couldn't, if I was Kenya, you can't bring up Matt. You never got you a Mark Daly. You never got a Mark. You never got a Matt. You never brought nobody on this show, except for that dude you said was your florist. And then he said, I thought we was in love. And that just told me that he was trying to say, shit, I be fucking you. Yeah, I do flowers. You was intrigued about the fact that I look the way I look and I do flowers. And then I told you that my mom and my grandma ran a flower shop and that they both really, really entrusted me with their business and they liked the way I handled it. So I said, I'm going to keep up their tradition regardless if I'm a man or not, and they flowers. And so that's what made you really fuck with me. I don't know. I don't see a woman like Marlo bringing a dude like that on a trip to Jamaica just for him to be her florist. What he doing? Making you nice flowers in Jamaica every morning? Where he getting these flowers from? I know he didn't fly with the flowers. He a florist. You bring your florist. Really? You bring your florist? Yeah. That's what you did. You went to Jamaica, and that's what I would do. You know, if I had a florist, an assistant, a makeup artist, hairstylist, the number one person I'm bringing is the florist. That's who matters the most. Yeah, the florist. I believe you. That makes sense. We believe you, Marlo. Anyway, so Marlo's already gonna be who she's gonna be this season. Kandi again is being who she's being. Same old Kandi. Gonna get some business, some stuff about the business, some rumors about the business. Todd, her and Todd gonna have a little riff. And, think about her and Todd having a little riff is they always come back stronger than ever in the next episode. It's like one episode Todd be like, I'm really sick of this shit with your moms. I'm really sick of this shit with your friends. And I'm really sick of you laughing at me. And it sounds like he be ready to say, I'm really gonna get a divorce. But then the next episode, he's like, I really love my wife, and I really love my kids and my family, and I'm really, really happy. And you're like, if you ain't trained and conditioned yourselves to keep the drama, to bring the drama, that's the only thing, that's why I can't trust y'all 100%. Because it's like, how you go from, I remember one episode, Kandi was like, y'all know Kandi little laugh when she laughing at something. And he's like, there go that laugh again. I can't stand that laugh. And I thought to myself, it's been a lot of times where I haven't liked Todd because of how he's came with Kandi. I didn't like Todd when Cynthia's sister pushed him. I'm sorry. If I was Todd and Cynthia's sister pushed me and Kandi wanted to get at her, Kandi would have got at her. And I'm sorry to say, I would have slid Cynthia's big ass right before I jumped on Todd. Because now I know for a fact Cynthia's going to help her sister jump Kandi. It's just gonna be instinct. She might think she want to break it up. She's gonna find herself swinging. Now it's gonna be me and Peter. Peter and Matt. I don't know if they had got into it yet or not, but Peter very much comes off like, I got what you want. I got what you need. I'm a man that used my hands. And then we saw he didn't swing. He never swung, but he did keep Matt in a chokehold. Which gave that if Matt was able to get out that chokehold, he would have started wailing on you, and I don't think you would have been able to keep up based off how you were just holding him the whole time. It was just y'all two, and you just held him. And I think while holding him, and a lot of times in fights, we do realize certain things. Like, you both of y'all throwing punches, and y'all both hit each other in the face, but one of y'all thought to yourselves, ooh, they real strong. Because you felt that hit. And you're looking at them, and they might have felt your hit too, but they ain't reacting to your hit the way you reacting to your hit. So I say that to say that day, Todd is built a little different. I don't know how he's built. I'm not gonna come for him. If he ever wanted to have a conversation with me like a man, I would say I just don't like how you move. You move a little weird to me, broski, when it comes to your wife. I.e. me, Kandi, my wife, when I don't know why Cynthia's sister pushed you, bro. And when she pushed me, and I saw my wife come for her ass, I would have went on ahead and popped you or your sister in the face. She would have got me out of jail. So I would have took that time. I would have popped one of y'all. And then I would have jumped on Peter. I would have had to jump on Peter if I would have popped his wife in the face. I would have had to jump on Peter if I would have popped his sister-in-law in the face. Because now his wife has popped me in the face. And now my wife is, now I got to pop it. I'm popping. Because at that point, it's three of y'all against just me and my wife. It's two women against my wife, and it's just me and him. I know I'm Todd. I'm tiny. I ain't as old as you, and I ain't been scrabbling with niggas. Todd gives me the vibes that he has not been in a lot of fights. Todd gives me the vibes that if he told me he had been in one fight, I say, how did it go? And he'll say it wasn't that serious. Now, if he said, I done been scrapping all my life, I say, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Because an inside scrapper, when somebody like Peter come at you and you an inside scrapper, you would have found yourself inside scrapping. When let me tell you, you roughed house Kandi more trying to calm her down from her trying to fucking take up for your ass than you did defending yourself getting pushed. So that's why I say I don't personally know how Todd move. I have never. I don't like how he moved with Kandi a lot of times. I didn't like that time. I don't like when after that happened, Kandi said, I'm ready to go. And Todd said, just hold on, I'm talking. You talking to Peter, who's laughing at you, because he's also a little bit low-key upset because he's realizing that you go home to your wife and tell her about the shit y'all do out in these streets. Well, it's like, I lie to my wife. She don't even know every fucking thing. Cynthia don't even know I'm at the strip club getting a lap dance from a stripper. You're a bitch for that. I'm really disappointed in you. That's the vibe that Peter was giving off to Todd that day at the fight. So that's why I say, like, I don't know how Todd moves for Kandi. It to me, it's a weird move. It'd be weird shit like that situation. After she took up for you, you basically didn't have her back, and she told you, I'm your woman, I'm embarrassed, I'm upset, I'm emotional, I'm crying, I want to fight. You wasn't ready to fight. I just want to go now. And he literally told her, no, hold on. And she literally waited. And that's the one thing that confuses me, because I know we came together, we're going to lead together. But one thing I know is, I feel like if you my lady, you my man, whoever the situation may be, and you look at me with tears in your eyes and you say, I'm ready to go. I'm sorry, let's go. Cause who is here for me? I ain't fucking Peter, Cynthia, her sister, Nene, and walking around here like a big silly drag queen. That she was really the reason why that night went bad, but we ain't going in the past. Anyway, I ain't here for none of this. I ain't here for Greg. I ain't here for Rest His Soul. I ain't here for none of these people. The other nobody here. I'm just here with my wife. It's time to go. Instead, he went back and had another conversation with Peter. Because you know what he's saying? I want to clear this up because I don't want you bad mouthing me to the niggas in the streets that I can't be trusted at the strip club. Nah, you done lost now, so it is what it is. So that's I don't like how Todd moves for Kandi sometimes. But that's one thing we have to realize as people is Kandi and Todd are married. And at the end of the day, their marriage is their marriage. Nobody can speak on their shit and jump into their shit and do anything to their shit, because they have their own union. The same way Tasha and Rocky Bivens have their situation. You can't jump into nothing like that. You can't speak on nothing like that, because that's their business. But I've never liked how Todd moves with Kandi sometimes. But I do feel like when it comes down to it, they do come together on some strong shit, because they are very successful as a unit. Very successful as a unit. They move with precision. But Kandi has already moved like that. And I think that's what drew Todd to Kandi. Because he said, look at her, she a boss. Out of all the housewives, this is a boss. She's a boss. So, you know, there's that. This is my first video, y'all, so I'm a little rambling, going off the rails. I'm gonna get it together over time if y'all so choose to make me famous. But if not, you know, it's just fun, me giving my love opinion, because we watch this shit. We see it happen. Very little times do we get to express ourselves, and it's usually the ones who represent the fans who get to really express themselves about the shit that we see and experiencing and feeling are the ones who are negative about it, the ones that are saying like the worst stuff possible, and that person represents entire freaking mass of people. So they're like, all the fans are like that. Like they said, I think somebody said, people who are diehard fans who are obsessed with celebrities have low IQs. What's the definition of a low IQ? Because I've definitely been a Sierra fan since Sierra first dropped, first ever, to where the point where I know Sierra was in a Lloyd video, to where no matter where I see Sierra, I'm going to recognize her. I'm going to know. I know she went to Riverdale High School, home of the Raiders. I am a diehard fan. When I say obsessed, I couldn't say I'm obsessed, because some of her recent music, I haven't been feeling it, and I could say I don't like that. I didn't like Level Up. And I don't know if Level Up is the same song as Yummy, Yummy All in Your Tummy. I really was like, did you just say Yummy? Yummy All in Your Tummy? Who you singing to, 3-year-olds? Because I know you ain't singing to adults. But I love Sierra. So it's just like, I found that to be, like I said, you can't mash everybody together, because you saying I have a low IQ. Now, I tested my IQ. I took a test. I paid for one. I did the free one. The one that I did that was free gave me a 92. The one that I did that was a paid for test gave me a 101. So one of those is average, and one of those is a little above average. So that goes to say my IQ didn't say I was below average. It said I was up there close to almost some genius shit. I'm 50 points. Bitch, I'm 60 points away from Albert Einstein. The fuck? Like, yeah, put some respect on it. Shit, no, most people walk around here with 85s. Now, shit, I got 6 points above 85, and then I got 16 points above 85 when I did the one that you pay for. So sometimes I feel like, people get a bad rap because of some other people. You see one ghetto black chick on there saying, the government came and took my kids. I'm so happy. And now they think every black woman living in the ghetto gonna be happy somebody's gonna take her kids. No, it's a lot of black women, period. That, but since, like I said, representation, that one black woman in the ghetto don't represent all black women in the ghetto who kids come get taken, because there are some women who in the ghetto who are doing very, very well taking care of their kids. I've seen it. Some of these kids go off to college and live great lives and don't even go to college. They are entrepreneurs right now. Because what you don't understand is a lot of people in the hood, when you go through that shit, you like, I can't live like this for the rest of my life. I can't keep on living on the east side of town. Did a rat just run through my backyard? It did. Did it look at me when I screamed? It did. Did it look at me like, what the hell wrong with you? And keep running? It did. This really happened. You say, I gotta do whatever it takes to get up out of here. That's why you got the black Chinas who's like, I'm going to the strip club. After the strip club, I'm gonna be in this movie. Oh, Nikki wanna be in the video? Nikki, let's do the video, bitch. Because you like, I gotta get out the hood. I cannot live like this forever. You be saying, I ought to be on TV too, just like Jocelyn. I ain't going back to the strip club, Stevie. Because I'm here now. I ain't going back. Hey, I'm not going back. Celebrities be like, it could all be gone to tomorrow. It could all be gone the next day if you don't do it right. No, I'm keeping this shit. I ain't going nowhere. We're not going back.